What's good, chat? What's good? What's good? We're all here now. Another episode of the Gold-Blooded podcast. Episode 4. Sorry, I don't know why I put up an extra hand. Episode 4 or 5.
I'm pretty sure this is for if we're following the YouTube.
Yeah, episode.
Yeah,
Episode 4.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. A pretty positive week to look at. I'm not gonna a pretty positive week. The Warriors go 2-1. Won both games against the Utah Jazz. One of them being a very easy game, and one loss came from the Clippers. But before we get into that, man, how we feeling today, bro? How we feeling, Denver? Gifted, how we feeling? How we looking, man?
I'm feeling good. Got a lot of questions about this team that we've had for several weeks now. I find it hilarious that we have 2 losses that felt like multiple losses with the Hawks game and obviously the Clippers game, as we're going to get into that. But cool. Happy to be doing this podcast, especially after the All-Star event we saw yesterday with Stephen Sabrina, which we'll be getting into all of those types of details. But I'm excited, and I'm feeling happy to talk about some Golden State hoops. How about you, Denver?
I'm very tired, and I don't know why, but yeah, the Clippers game, I didn't even really remember what happened until right now. That was the Norman Powell game.
The Norman Powell
game was crazy.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone's doing good, chat. I hope y'all are doing well. You know what I'm saying? A little Sunday calm day. We do have the All-Star game later as well. You'll see us later today on top of that. So you got yourself a little double, you know what I'm saying? A little double stream going on today. But to get into last week's hoops, we started off the week playing against the Utah Jazz, and it was a very good game. I think that first initial meet in Utah was really good. It was like really offensively slanted actually both games were.
Yeah.
In the first meet, it was too. Like, I think the Warriors really just executed from 1 through 4. It felt like one of those games where they came in, handled their business, and Steph, I remember him getting going in the fourth quarter. He had like 15 or something, like with 5 threes just to kind of like close the door kind of thing. Draymond, that game was sensational as well. And I think everyone in general were just playing like to their strengths.
Absolutely incredible.
Like they were playing really, really good basketball, honestly. And shout out to the Utah Jazz too, because they're actually one of the better offenses at home as well, especially in this last like stretch. They've been playing some of their better basketball too. So they're a very tough opponent, very creative offense. Obviously having Laurie, guys like Keontae George, like microwave scorers like Jordan Clarkson, THT, they were also going off as well. And it continues to be a thing where every night we play against a random team and one random role player will give us nightmares. And we'll get into that random role player later as well. But what do you guys think of that first initial meeting in Utah?
I found it funny because that was a game where we actually held the lead, sustained it, and had a calm ending to the game. I felt like Steph waited to the fourth quarter to really explode as per usual. I feel like he had some really big shots in that game, really controlled the pace of the game. I thought Draymond was also, good in the game despite his initial foul trouble. So overall, very, very solid game. Completely different pace for that game in comparison to the Warriors Jazz game, which featured a lot of crazy shot making for the second game. But for the first game, I thought that was the blueprint of how we kind of wanted to play basketball. And I thought that was pretty solid for us, to be honest.
Denver, thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he covered it pretty well. I mean, it's really just Steph just waiting until the fourth quarter for whatever reason.
He had like 5 threes in the fourth, didn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, he was sensational, man. I'm not gonna lie. What we're looking at right now, though, just to let y'all know, this is the box score of that game specifically. The first.
Oh yeah, this is the game where he started like 4 for 13 and then hit like 5.
Went crazy in the fourth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that actually. Yeah, you guys are right. I don't know it was this game, and even in the second meet, when we'll get into the second meet, where he was just like cruising. I remember this game specifically. He did have a really good floor game, like his playmaking and passing in those games were really good, especially in the first meet against the Jazz. He
Yeah.
was just out there getting the ball
Oh,
swinging
yeah,
and everything
Draymond's
like that,
half-court
and just
shot.
and
And
essentially
Draymond's
he
half
did as
court
well.
too.
And
Was that the first
yeah,
game or the second game?
no, was that in the second? That was
I
in
thought that was the
game?
first game.
Wait, hold on. Actually, I might remember. Yeah, it is. He's right because I remember he made his second three was the half court heave that went in, and I was telling Denver like after Draymond's first quarter,
He's not making any
he
threes in that
doesn't make
second
any
half.
Oh
threes
yeah,
anymore.
The second game was the 80-point first half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, when I'm looking at the production right now, it was just like a pretty balanced, like scoring game. Klay had one of his better games as well, and we'll get into Klay later too. But Klay, Steph, they combined for 51, I believe. And Wiggins had a solid game as well. He's just been playing really good basketball too. Like he's been getting back to his role player ways where he would just give you a cool 18, playing solid defense.
Much better basketball from him.
Much
Yeah.
better basketball from him as well. Kaminga, this wasn't really one of his stronger games, but he was still impactful in terms of his defensive efforts. And then Draymond as well was really impactful. 12 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, pretty much everywhere. And it's our 5, right? So but one of the better, more impactful players on this team, actually, to me, the second most impactful outside of Steph. And I just thought this was like all in all a really solid game as well. Now, if you look closely, chat, there's a certain person in the bench that got some minutes that day because a certain somebody wasn't there. And for those of you who don't know, Steve Kerr went to is it Serbia? Did he go to Serbia?
Yeah.
He went to Serbia to go to the funeral of our assistant coach who passed away in January. Hence why we've seen this team twice in the same month, both in Utah. And so Coach Kenny Atkinson, I really hope I can't pronounce his last name. I don't know why. He took his place for that one game.
Atkinson.
Atkinson. Okay.
Atkinson.
I keep thinking there's a T somewhere there. So he took his place for one game and someone got minutes. Now it wasn't a lot.
Guy Santos, man. Yeah. I couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah. I'm referring to Trace Jackson Davis, not Juan Toscano Anderson II. But if
I'm gonna sound like Kenny. Nope.
Oh no. Yo, you know what's crazy? We got a lot to talk about today.
We got a lot to cover, yeah.
Yeah. TJD got 9 minutes and he was really good. Plus 14 off the bench, 11 points, 4 rebounds in 9 minutes. And 2 less minutes of play completely like cleared the production from Kevon Looney and any other big, even Sarge as well. I don't think Sarge really had a particularly good game. Yeah, he didn't. So the Warriors just went on and played to him in actual minutes, and he somehow, not even somehow, why am I saying that? He actually gave them something like positive.
Like as soon as he came in the game.
As soon as he came in.
Miraculously.
Like, and it's so funny to me because I was thinking during the game, and I was telling you guys this on stream, like, is Steve Kerr the one who's actually not playing him? Because Kenny gave him minutes.
And he put up 11 and 4 in 9 minutes.
Was it 9 minutes? Yes. Was it 9 minutes of garbage time? No, it actually wasn't, because he was playing in like actual like meaningful minutes. He wasn't playing in low leverage minutes as well. And it's like it goes back to the same thing. When you play him, even with 9 minutes, he gives you enough production to clearly show you that he is a positive indicator for this team, especially for the 5 position.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the next game that we're going to discuss, we're going to talk about what actually the biggest problem was in the following game, which was against the LA Clippers. Now, for those of you who don't know, and if I just stop sharing the screen and get the scoreboard for the next one, we played the LA Clippers in a loss. We lost to them 125-130, and it was a tough loss. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really tough loss.
No Kawhi, yeah.
The Warriors, with no Kawhi Leonard to give this point, the Warriors came into this game like playing serious basketball for the first 3 quarters. I'm not gonna lie, like it was really good. It was really good basketball for like the first 3 quarters. I don't know what happened in the fourth, but for some reason the Golden State Warriors just collapsed like tremendously, and it was really bad. Like it was really, really bad, because I watched this team for like 3 quarters play some of their better basketball. You could argue even all season, because the execution even defensively that day was pretty good as well. And then just wounds up being a loss because of another fourth quarter collapse. Like this, I don't know for you guys, but for me, This game in particular gave me 2023 vibes in terms of you executed for majority of the game and you wound up losing because you can't continue to execute in the fourth quarter. And the reason being, why can't this? Okay, thank you. I don't know why my computer is bugging out right now, but and the reason being, if I'm about to show my screen again, just to let y'all know. Yeah. So, and again, this is the box score of last game, not last game. Sorry, the Clipper game, and this was just tough, man. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this too, because I'm not gonna lie, man. It was pretty bad.
Yeah. So a game with no Kawhi Leonard. Paul George foul trouble at the end where he fouls out of the game. Gary Payton to me was playing phenomenal defense on the other end when he got the time to. And this is a game where, as you see, Guy Santos gets no burn. Trace Jackson gets no burn. Trace, after showing how valuable he was in the Utah game, we would think would get maybe 5, maybe 6 minutes versus the LA Clippers, a team that also lacks size. And down the stretch, the biggest difference maker was Golden State kept giving up threes, kept making pretty bad rotations off of good shooters, but more importantly, played solid defense, but could not get the rebound, which proved to be the death of this team in the end. There were many possessions where Westbrook would come in, get boards, kick out, or go back up. And in the end, the Clippers got to the free throw line way more than Golden State. So you're getting out-rebounded, you're giving up threes, and the other team is getting to the free throw line more than you. And the one guy off the bench who could actually impact the game vertically with his shot blocking and his athleticism got 0 minutes in that game, and Golden State proceeded to pretty much throw up all over themselves and lose the lead, which, as KB said, is a lot more consistent with what we've seen from this team in 2023, pretty much the entire season, where you play good basketball for a half, for a quarter, for a stretch, but then you throw it all up, you give up a ton of threes, and then you lose a game where this could have been a 3-0, streak headed into the All-Star break.
Yeah, I fully agree. Denver, what do you think of this game, bro?
Like, obviously he touched on the Trace Jackson Davis point pretty well. My thing has always been, like, with this team is over helping off of good shooters, especially this season for whatever reason. Like, it's been an issue like last season, but this season it's just out of control. You're helping off of people like Norman Powell, helping off of people like Amir Coffey. Like, I don't understand like what the defensive rotations are with this team. Obviously, Trace Jackson Davis is not gonna help all of that, but at least if you have, like, my thinking is that if you have a shot blocker down there, then you wouldn't even need to help as much on the drives. Because, I mean, in that specific situation, he's going to be able to drop off of Zubac, who's in the game, or even who else was in the game? Mason Plumlee. Like, it's just dumb.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you just said. I think to go back to the point of the defensive point, I think TJD obviously would have helped in this game, and I'm gonna get into TJD after. But the defensive rotations, especially in the fourth quarter, I don't know if you guys can see if you guys look at like the tallies between quarters of what the scores was for each quarter, you like played like really good basketball for majority of the stretch. You lead after one, you tie in the second quarter, you head into the third, and you give yourself like a 4-point gap. So like you pretty much were in control of this game. Like even when they gave you runs, even when they were about to come back.
They were up 14 with 11 minutes left.
Yeah, 14 points with 11 in the fourth quarter. And you proceed to put up a 28-point fourth, followed by giving up a 44-point fourth quarter for the LA Clippers, which is one of the best shooting teams in the NBA. Mind you, during this game, chat, I kid you not, there were times where even some of the rotations were not as good, and they were getting open looks, but they just weren't hitting. And I'm like, bro, we're really catching breaks right now, and we're capitalizing off of it, but you need to tighten up these rotations.
You literally said that in the first half of the game. We were literally watching the game saying, okay, the Clippers aren't making their threes. That's gonna fix itself in the second half, and it literally happened that way.
You don't think for 4 quarters this team is just gonna shoot horrible. Like you know they're gonna have a stretch of shooting some good basketball. I mean, like just shooting like well in general. And this is the best shooting team in the NBA by percentage. So for you to think that they're just gonna let off even without Kawhi, it's just not it. Like it's just not it. Like I don't know how you expect like even in a scenario, I don't want to take it there, but like let's just say somehow, some way, this is your first round matchup, bro. You couldn't even handle a Kawhi-less Clipper defense, like defensively, like a Kawhi-less Clipper team defensively. You couldn't handle because of rotations. I couldn't imagine what this team would do to you in a playoff setting. Respectfully,
So
it was that abysmal, Gifted. Honestly, it was just that bad.
I got some stats for you, by the way. So this is only fourth quarter. Norman Powell played 12 minutes in the fourth quarter, scored 12 points, 4 for 4 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the types of shots he's talking about where James Harden or even at times Russ would get into the paint, they would overhelp and just give up the same 3-point shots in the corners. It felt like almost every three that was made came uniquely from either the left or the right-hand corner, and it was literally repeated possessions over and over and over just like that. It was really hard to watch.
Yeah, and another problem, because I'm gonna pull up some clips from the Norman Powell's threes that I just really want to show you guys, is like I said, the rotations were bad, but what made it even worse was the second chance points. Like during this game, the Warriors were not crashing the glass especially in that fourth quarter. You were leaving guys like Russell Westbrook weak side to go crash Terrence Mann, and you weren't capitalizing off of their misses and not crashing the glass. And again, I understand a bit of it because you're making all these rotations. You're kind of gassed because I've said this before in many pods. You're relying on your front line so much. And by front line, I mean your POAs, your wings. You're relying on on ball defense and gapping so much so that it's going to gas some of these guys. So that's why in some of these possessions, I'm watching the rotations are lacking. They're like the IQ, like, and the decision making isn't really there, and they just look a bit tired as well. And what will help ease this is just knowing that they have backline help, like Draymond, who is their backline help. But Draymond also needs that security as well because, bro, he is 6'5". He shouldn't be a center. Like, it's just not something that is feasible at all. So thinking that to think that like this team would like play really good defense and not have possessions of like and stretches of careless basketball, especially after 3 quarters of really good basketball from the Warriors, is crazy. It's crazy. It's ludicrous because you should know the tendencies of your team. And by you, I mean Steve Kerr. Because that's my next problem. Because I don't understand why he does this sometimes, where like he sees the offense isn't working and he uses it like he sees the offense isn't working, but he thinks like, okay, I need to take out less spacing and put in more spacing. By more spacing, shorter players. And it just hurts your team. Like, look who's on the floor right now. Like we have Klay, Wiggins, GP2, Steph, and is that Looney?
Yep.
Looney was horrible that night, sorry. And so was Klay. Like, even though Klay is sizable, Looney is not that good of a rebounder as he once was. Klay wasn't as impactful as he should have been. And you already have like essentially 3 guards out there. Like you've been playing 3-guard lineups like this whole season, and I've just kind of gotten numb to it.
And there's no communication about Powell at all.
There. Like, just look at that rotation. How does someone like Norman Powell just get freed up like that? How? It just doesn't make any sense. What baffled me the most is the Amir Coffee corner 3 when Steph just blew the rotation as well.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, if you watch this possession here, like, you give up a layup, and that's just another, like, you're not paying attention. Steph, sorry, right here. Harden shoots, he misses, offensive rebound. Extra possession, put back.
It had 14 rebounds in the fourth quarter, by the way. 6 offensive rebounds in the quarter.
Short roll, corner,
goodness.
Contest.
Come on.
Like, this was just horrible, like, defense. Like, that was an okay contest. That was like, okay, you kind of live with that. Look at this. What kind of closeout is
hold
that?
on. I need to see, why is he even helping that much?
The only reason why he's shading over is because Draymond is trying to.
Draymond's helping.
But that's the thing, though. I'm not gonna lie. Right here in that situation, PG already made the wrong read. If I'm B-Pods and I see this pass get whipped over there,
you got to run back to the corner.
Draymond is good.
Yeah.
There's no like, he doesn't need help. You go back to that corner.
Yep.
And it's just not something that you like. Then you close out poorly.
Yeah,
and for those of you who are thinking
he's close enough to just not even like he doesn't need to jump on that.
Yeah, the jump is really what cooks him at the end too.
His technique was
they did that like 3 times against him.
Yeah, I think you fly by, and just to let you guys know, the kind of corner 3-point shooter we're talking about that's being left open.
There it is again,
bro. Chat, I kid you not. He is 56% from 3 in the corner.
He's their best shooter, basically. Look,
he's about to run into a wall. Like they didn't even need to help. Draymond doesn't even need to help that.
Draymond,
hard.
you don't have to. I'm so glad you pointed that out.
Yeah,
Draymond, look who's behind you. It's Russ. No one cares about what he's about to do offensively.
He's standing
you
out
let
of bounds.
Kuminga go and die. And plus, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's 2024. We don't worry about James Harden driving to the basket, respectfully. Like that's just not something like his rim frequency and finishing isn't anything crazy for you to be digging off of a 56% shooter from the corner. Chat, he's making more than half of his threes in the corner.
Yep.
So that when you leave that nigga open, majority of the time he will wax. That's why he went 4 for 4. And you did. Can you play the rest of the clip, please? And you close out poorly and he waxes another 3. Like that's just your problem. Like, this is just poor from Steph. Like, why are you also digging?
It's crazy because Kuminga wasn't even beat.
He wasn't.
And
he wasn't beat, and Steph still helped off, giving up the wide open 3 right there.
Just ball watching.
Yeah.
And he somehow
I don't know what he fell on either. Yeah. Nasty.
Like, I truly don't understand it. Like, these rotations in that fourth quarter were just like, it's like everything that they were trying to do for the first 3 just didn't matter. And it didn't make any sense to me.
Goodness.
And again, chat, I can't like harp on this even more. The possessions that even when they were missing, they were getting second chance points. And I literally seen Draymond fighting for his life to go get rebounds. And they're just leaving Westbrook weak side to just crash.
Mm-hmm.
Even the last possession where they got the stop and they could have gotten the ball and advanced it to try to tie the game. Bro.
Hold on. Let me see if this is working now.
They didn't get the rebound that possession either. So it's like, I truly don't understand it. You play TJD there, they don't get to the rim as much, they don't finish as much. Draymond doesn't have to help out as much, and your rotations probably look a little bit better as well. And these are things that are just like, chat, when the game was happening and you can see the run coming, like you've seen it, like
you can literally see it coming. Yeah.
And you don't make the adjustment. And your adjustment is to try to go smaller and make sure the offense is fine so you can just keep scoring. No, nigga.
Yeah.
No.
And I want to be clear, like, we're not saying if you play Trace, he's going to, like, get every rebound. We're saying playing more size is going to give you more of a chance to corral a team rebound than not playing with that size in that moment. Also, having a legitimate shot blocker on the floor maybe will make the team psychologically feel less inclined to have to dig at every single thing. When the Clippers' whole game plan is to do what? Generate corner 3-point shots. Find the shots that fit for them.
You know what?
That's what they're aiming to do.
Because I actually want to. The reason I have a perfect example for this, and some of you might call me crazy for crediting this to Trace Jackson.
Why is this?
If I can find, I'm gonna try to find this for you guys. Just give me 1 second here. There's a certain play when
why is there no clips in this box score?
I'm on box score.
The Lakers not Lakers, the Warriors and Clippers one.
For on NBA.com.
That's why I had to go to high low.
I don't know. I don't use NBA.com like that. So
that's weird. There's no clips on the box score either. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna pull up the offensive rebounds real quick, but it's all blacked out. Hold on.
Well, you might have to go to high-low then. That's weird.
Yeah. It's crazy because the clips are on high-low, but they're not on NBA.
But they're not on NBA.com, yeah. Yeah.
That's strange.
It was a couple of crazy rebounds that really cooked. I'm not going to lie. Westbrook's rebounding was so crucial in that fourth quarter for the Clippers.
It was very crucial for them, bro.
Man.
Man, bro, I'm not gonna lie, Chad. That game really it really pissed me off, bro. Like it got me very upset.
It felt like it was more than one loss. It felt just like the Hawks loss in a way. I would say.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the top. Like that's the worst, in my opinion. Like the worst loss of the season, bro. Respectfully, because it was not.
I don't know, man. That Kings loss
is not the worst. Sorry, a top 3 loss in the season, in my opinion.
I can hear that.
To me, my top 3 worst losses that just felt like multiple was that game, the Clippers game, the Denver game, and the Atlanta game. Those 3 hurt like crazy.
I would have the Denver game. I would have the Kings game and the Hawks game for me. I think those are probably my 3.
The Kings game, I don't really care because it's the Kings, and like we see them in the offs and we know what happened. So like I could, I
can hear that. Yeah,
I'm cool off that. You feel me? But yeah, those three games I just mentioned, like just genuinely like gut wrenching. Like it was just like it was really bad from like, and it just collapsed. It's the way it collapsed as well. That was
the way that it happened. Yeah, true.
Exactly. Yeah. That's just like, damn, bro. That's just crazy. That is crazy, bro. Chat, I'm trying to find the steal, bro, right now, and I cannot find it.
Yeah, I can't find these clips either right now.
Like,
I'm like working. Hold on.
Clippers versus. Might have found something here. KB, what? I'm sorry. What time was the steal at? Do you know?
It was in around, I think the third. It was the first meet against the Jazz in the third quarter, I believe.
Oh, got it. First meet versus the Jazz. Is this, I believe, the second Jazz game?
The first meet.
Oh, word.
Meet. I think I found it right here. 1 second.
Okay.
Sure. I might have gotten it right now.
And good Lord, the decision making in that second Jazz game. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
We kind of went through it, chat. Yes.
It was pretty bad, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's just like I said, bro. I can't harp on this like enough. And we're about to get to that Jazz game as well, bro. The execution 1 through 4 needs to be a bit more consistent. Now, bro, I don't expect you to come out and be like insane for like a 4 quarters and not play any bad. It's the NBA. I expect you to have stretches of like not being able to execute at the highest level all the time. That happens. But it's just the fact that I don't even know how to like say it, like, bro. It's the fact that you just collapse the way you do is what's just crazy to me against like some of these better teams as well. Like you keep proving like we could compete with these guys, and then you just collapse. It's like, nah, we can't.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Word. Oh, I forgot all about the Klay foul in the Clippers game too. I forgot all about that.
Nah, that Klay foul was crazy.
He's just all off.
Word.
Are these all offensive rebounds?
Yeah.
Like a Powell open 3, like I'd like to. This is crazy. See, like no center on the floor to combat this. You have Sarge at the 5, which you keep.
And then
doing.
you have Zubac literally tipping everything out when they need it.
Single coverage, closeout. Draymond couldn't get the rebound. Like you have a center down there. This helps all your problems. Another center tips it up.
And then right there, he passed to middle. That middle was going to pass over where? To the left corner.
That's crazy.
Wait, go back?
That's crazy.
Is he allowed to run? And when the shot goes up, isn't it have to hit rim first for you to go get it? Or run?
No.
Because he started running before. Yeah, like that just doesn't happen. You just like that just.
Crazy.
That is
crazy play, man.
That is egregious.
I forgot about this when he literally murdered Brandon. I forgot all about that.
Oh, yeah, because that was 2 offensive rebounds.
Yeah. Look at how big that rebound was. Like, bro. And that literally ties the game.
Why is that on here?
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, so hopefully that can really illustrate the points of how we couldn't keep them off of the glass, and not having size at all in those moments hurts. But even more than that, in some of those clips, as we saw, Looney was out there, and it's like offensively that hurts your offense playing Looney more than it does Trace, because at least we know Trace can give you something vertically on the other end. In the Jazz game, Trace was doing that, right? Like he was quickly able to run off 11 points. Can y'all name me the last time you saw Looney score high double digits? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I truly cannot tell you.
Listen, I couldn't find.
I got you.
I don't know if nah, that's crazy. I couldn't find. Let's see if I can put 2-point makes unassisted as well.
What do you qualify as high double digits?
Let's go 14. I'll give him 14.
Oh nah.
All right, he's had 13 this season.
He had 13 double-digit games.
No, 13 points.
Okay, can you guys see my screen right now?
No,
not yet.
You guys can't see my screen?
No.
Oh, I'm tweaking. I've been thinking this whole time you guys can see my screen. Okay, chat. This is one of the clips that I want to show y'all really quickly.
Yeah,
like just watch this play, and I want you to watch TJD specifically.
All right,
I'm gonna slow it and then play it like as I go.
18 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 blocks. March 17th, 2023.
Oh, that was last year.
Literally last year.
That was a whole season ago. That was literally a whole season ago.
Chat, just if you just look at this, right? So Kuminga might be beat here, and B-Pot's about to go over and try to rotate. You can clearly see TJD's shot blocking ability and just help side stops this. You get out, you run. He's running the floor with you because he actually can run, and he finishes.
Easy.
Literally, it's plays like
actually
that.
Actually insane. Literally the second he checked in.
That was
the second he checked in.
That was the first play of the game as well.
Every shot at the rim was altered.
Bro, it's the same way how when Kerr literally put Trace in, right, versus Boston, his first play of the game, crazy block as soon as he comes in.
He gave them second chance points right here.
Yeah.
Like this is because of your effort being able to crash the glass, is you being slightly bigger than most people on the floor. Like that's just crazy. And here playing the pick and roll with Steph, you get easy advantage like this, bro. Like Looney can't plate finish like that no more.
No.
Like you just don't. Look at this. Like you can feed this nigga all game long. And it just doesn't matter. Like to go with Steph immediately. Look at
the space. Look at the space.
He catches the ball. Now what? You have TJD being able to finish, and
you got Moody cutting too
as well.
Yeah,
Moody cutting.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think TJD once he actually being able to like play more, he can make that pass to Wiggins if he wanted to.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
bro,
that's probably not ideal because Lowry would probably have enough time to close out, but that's still
he's too slow
an option.
To get that pass. I ain't gonna lie. You think Lowry can make that adjustment to actually get
respect the shotgun?
I understand you wanted him on this team, but you don't got to cheer for him no more. We're past February 8th at this point, bro.
Hey man, he had 25 last night, man. You know.
Chat, speaking of Lowry, we haven't even gotten to. It's already 4.
We gotta get that second Jazz game, bro.
We haven't even gotten to that second Jazz game.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god, chat. When I tell you,
that second Jazz game was crazy.
That second Jazz game was crazy, chat. It was insane. I've never seen some shit like this before in my life. Like, I watched the Warriors legitimately just play, like, again, really good basketball for, like, a long, like, stretch of the game.
And the entire time, the only player keeping them in the game when their offense was clicking was Keontae George making all his threes in the first half.
Oh, no. Well, I'll pull up the box score. Don't worry. I'm pulling it up right now. Like, nigga, the shot making, first of all, in this game was crazy.
Wild, dude.
Let's just start there. The shot making in this game, insane, chat.
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Let me go to the Utah Jazz's box score first. Look at this.
Colin
Look
Sexton.
at this.
Colin
Bro,
Sexton gave you 35 and 9.
Keontae George gave you
Gave you
33, shooting 9 of 16 from 3. Bro, he had two 2-point field goal attempts, right?
Yep.
Or make, sorry. He was 2 of, what was that? 2 of, yeah, he was 2 of 6 from his twos. And
the crazy part is Lauri Markkanen shot 6 for 23, but exclusively in the fourth quarter, he chose to make like 5 of his baskets. He went to the fourth quarter 1 for 13.
That's crazy, bro. That's insane. Even John Collins as well, 8 of 14. He actually gave you solid production, 18 points, 13 rebounds. Like, it was crazy, bro. Colin Sexton as well was frying. It was crazy.
Yeah, he was
the way
frying.
He was cooking the POA, insane, man. Insane. The Warriors, on the other hand, had actually one of their solid games as well. Draymond Green had 23 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Shot 3 of 5 from 3.
He was great in that game.
Kuminga actually played well. I think this game was a bit like unfair to him. I feel like he's being looked off a lot, but rightfully so, because the next player that I'm going to bring up is Klay Thompson, who you can see actually came off the bench.
And
this
also,
game.
They got Walker Kessler.
Yeah. So it was a lot harder for him to get what he wanted to get, but rightfully so. Klay Thompson this game, amazing.
Also, Andrew Wiggins played very well too. I must say.
Andrew Wiggins did play. He's just been playing better basketball. I ain't gonna lie. Like
I agree. He's had a very good run of game so far.
Now, chat, if you look closely, right, we put up 140. You're thinking, oh, Steph probably had 35, right? No, this nigga had
Steph had 13.
Steph had another game in Utah where he said, you know what? These niggas are just putting 2 on ball. Let me just play make. Another 10 assists a game, 16 points, 10 assists again. Right? So he just been playmaking, passing. I think like the shot selection was a bit of a troll, and he tried to get it going in the fourth, and it just couldn't happen because, like I said, you can't rely on only the fourth quarter just to get yourself going, even when you are the clutch player of the year, right? So shout out to B-Pods as well. He had a pretty solid game. He was hitting his threes. I think he gave us 2 transition threes this game, if I do remember correctly.
He did.
Which is pretty crazy because every time he caught the ball in transition and shot a 3 in transition, I literally went, like what? Like, are we serious? Are we for real? So yeah, Klay Thompson was definitely the player of the game. For this game, for the win. The fourth quarter wasn't really looking too good for him because I remember he had 35 going into the fourth and finished the game with 35. And I don't know if Denver still has that clip.
Oh man, that clip, bro.
Chat, I don't think I understand. We go into this fourth quarter and legitimately everything is
everything is falling apart. Everything. Yeah.
And we only had 1 timeout.
KB, I forgot about the Kerr challenge. Yes, the Kerr challenge.
Steve Kerr challenged something that should have never been challenged.
I forgot all about that.
Had 1 timeout remaining with like 9 minutes left in this fourth quarter. We had to sit there and watch the Jazz literally go on their run. I think they were like on an 18-4 run or something.
Okay, B, I got you, bro.
Go on a run and the crowd go crazy and no timeouts can be played. Look at this. And the clip is kind of laggy. I'm not gonna lie, but just watch. The same problem again.
No, this is fucking crazy. We have to survive this shit, man.
I'm screaming it's the same problem again because we'll talk about why it's the same problem.
Big shot, Klay. It was a good look, and that shit came off the. Hart was an ass right here, chat.
Look at my face when this Lowry 3 goes up.
I thought that was cash. I swear I did, bro.
I thought this shit was cash. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's what chat. You know why I was saying I'm ready? I was saying I was ready for myself to just be. It was for it to be over.
He was so ready to just be done. Yeah,
I was so ready for it to be over, bro.
That shit had no dip at all. He just caught it and shot. I really thought that was cash. I truly did.
Oh damn! Why is it not? I guess.
Nah, Denver's dead.
And the Colin Sexton wide open at the top too.
Bro, chat, in real time, I was dead sweating in my bonnet, bro. My forehead was glistening. Respectfully, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It
Bro.
was crazy.
And then
Bro.
I don't know, and this is kind of off topic. But one of my friends, he's a YouTuber. He was reacting to the game, and this was his reaction. I just thought it was funny.
Wasn't even close. It's such a wild way to end the game. Like, bro, listen, I'm sorry.
Bro, chat, could you imagine game on the line? Your team, you just got the offensive rebound that could potentially win it all. And you threw a bullet at
a bullet,
bro. Like that's just
Chat, look, right? The score of the game with 2:59 left is 137-29. And a lot of this starts with the Jonathan Kuminga turnover. You get the Laurie 3-point shot right here. Then he
that turnover was bad from Kuminga. I'm not gonna lie. You know what's crazy? That's what made Kuminga get subbed out.
Yeah.
As soon as that happened, B Positive got up to come in. Did he make this?
People?
No, he didn't.
People were like, because I was like, why would you? Because I had a tweet where I was like, so you're getting out rebounded, and your solution was to sub out Jonathan Kuminga for Brandon Podziemski. I wasn't saying like, oh, why did Jonathan Kuminga get subbed out? I was saying, why sub in Brandon? With all due respect, he is a great rebounder, but
for a guard, okay, that's another thing. Chat,
he's a great rebounder for a guard. But
no offense, the rebounds that he be getting are not that contested. Probably like guard rebounders who rebound the ball well just crash because the rebounds are long, so they just come back in, and they just get rebounds like that. You put in TJD, like this is the same issue, but it resulted in a win because the Jazz can't execute as well as the Clippers.
I need y'all to see how crazy this play is. Like he gets it and then immediately hits Collins for the wide open dunk, and now it's a one possession game, just like that.
Chat, like it's insane how the same problems can lead to the same losses. And Steph will go on the podium and be like, well, if you do the same thing and expect a different result, it's crazy, right? This nigga Steve Kerr will hear this, call him the MJ of the modern era, but then just not play TJD after not hearing it, after hearing his advice. Like, I truly don't get it. I truly don't understand what TJD has done. Did he slap him? Did he say, like, you got an ugly name? Like,
we don't know.
Like, what did TJ do to deserve not actually seeing rotation minutes?
Did he charge Kenny Atkinson's credit card?
Did he not pay for a rookie dinner or something?
I forgot all about that, man.
Like, bro, I don't understand it. I'm just confused.
That's just my go-to anytime a young player doesn't get run on this team.
And Jordan Bale accusations, man. Oh,
yeah.
You remember way back then? Yeah, the Jordan Bale accusations, bro.
Yo, that nigga done stole us.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's pretty nasty what Steve Kerr's doing. Respectfully, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
With all due respect,
let me show this. Let me show the box score just one more time, chat. TJD, where is he?
He had 11 and 4 in 9 minutes, and then was a DNP in the second Jazz game.
Nah, he wasn't a DNP. He played 8 minutes, but I don't even the 8 minutes that he's gone in this game.
Well, he played 8 minutes in that game.
It was like at the second quarter.
It was in the like that's another thing, chat. You'll look at the box score. You'll be like, oh, why are you guys complaining? He's getting 8, 11 minutes. You know, he's a rookie. He might, you know what I'm saying? First of all, we don't have an actual center. Kevon Looney sucks this year. I was about to say Dorian Finney-Smith. Dario Saric at the 5 is just not feasible. And I keep saying this. Draymond Green at the 5 is good, but it is not good for 4 quarters. The brother needs help. Do you not know how old he is?
Okay, Nurkic.
Nah, that's crazy. Wait, what are we showing?
I'm just showing all Klay shots.
Oh, olive Klay shots. Okay.
He did the same thing he does regularly, but he found some really good looks, though.
Nah, he just found rhythm. That's what rhythm shooters are. You find rhythm, you take the same shots. But I always said you want to start off with like good shot quality to get yourself going first. And I thought the first couple of
Just
shots
a
that he
quick
took were pretty
release.
solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like we'll get to Klay, but chat, the TJD problem is still a thing. And even for a predominantly positive week, it's still your losses and almost loss came from the same issue of weak side rebounding, second chance points, lack of size. And then offensively, when you had nothing to go to, you usually just go to the Steph and Draymond pick and roll when you could have done the same thing with TJD as well and actually had a better finisher. So yeah, shout out to Klay for the good game though. The fourth quarter collapse was kind of crazy, but it was from the whole team. So I'm not.
Yeah, the entire team was all folding. We haven't spoken on it yet, but I do think this is probably the perfect transition. Klay Thompson's new role in the second Jazz game, he came off the bench when everyone was healthy. This would be the first time Klay Thompson is coming off the bench since 2012. So yeah, the trust in Pods is there. He's now officially going to be a starter for this team. I think the variance player that Klay Thompson is can, pretty much adjust into this role pretty cleanly. I do want to see when Trace gets more minutes, you see those two sub in the game together a bit more. I think there's a good amount of chemistry and continuity between those two with Trace's, ability to dive. But the last thing I'll say with Trace is we do want to see Trace be able to set the screen with intention of harder screening and not always trying to go screen to score. That's the one thing. But he hasn't even had enough time to play basketball consecutively to even make those adjustments to his game. So I feel that.
By the way, unrelated, but like this is a foul. Like we all agree, right?
Yeah, it's a foul. Yes.
Yeah, it is a foul. But when you're 30, you know what I'm saying, you get the defender gets a little bit more lenient from the ref. But we're not here to discuss Steph's whistle because we know it's bad. To Klay Thompson's point, I actually want to go back to the Clipper game, and that's the reason why he actually came off of the bench. I don't know if it was the day after the Clipper game. I forget when the report came out when he was saying that like he doesn't mind playing a smaller role and him coming to the realization that he's just not the same player that he once was, and he realizes that his impact on his team is maybe better suited for a limited role, which I agree with. I don't think Klay Thompson is just I don't think he's horrible. I think he's regressed. Do I think he's a little cooked? Maybe, but that's just my opinion. But I also do think that he could still be impactful from a limited role perspective. Like I said, 15, it's like, I won't say 15. 15 on a low night where like everyone's playing really well and he doesn't have to play too much to like 20, 24 minutes where he could actually play some meaningful basketball and contribute there, right? And I always think that like for him, he's just not at the point where he's able to play 30 plus minutes and sustain a high level of play anymore. That's just not something that he's feasible of doing. And it's not, like I said, it's not even his fault. You just got two really bad injuries and it's hard to come back from those. And you're still like pretty elite at what you do in terms of shooting the basketball relative to the league. You're still really good at that. I just think that it would be better suited for you to produce that off the bench where it's more needed than rather in the starting lineup. Because there's other guys in this team who are just been looked at better and have looked better and have also contributed in many ways which you unfortunately can't contribute to. Damn.
That was a great look too, man. That was a really good look for Klay right there.
Just like flabbergasted. Yeah, I thought that went in at first.
I did too.
But to just go back to the main point, like the rim finishing, shot creation is not really there. And I just don't think I think you can be someone to be looked at like for a priority in stretches, but for like an actual like consistent standpoint, you're just not the same player from a consistency offensively anymore. And that's okay. That's just what happens when you get older. It's just not like, I'm not going to say you're in Harper. You're not Steph. You're not LeBron. You're not like KD. You're not some of these guys with crazy longevity and like one of one players that you're just never going to find in terms of longevity and putting in production. So that's fine. But what he did yesterday was like something that, like to Denver's point, is not really different from what he usually does in the starting lineup. I just think when it's more, you come off the bench, you can ease your way into it because you know you don't have your offensive responsibility isn't insane. Then I feel like that just takes the pressure off of you, even for someone like Klay, who we all know is like, I feel like Klay gets in his head a lot. And I think he does. Like in a role like this, it would just better suit for his own mental so that he could just play free flowing. And when Klay plays in a free flowing mind, we know what kind of shooter he could be in those situations. Hence the Jazz game where he was just on point, making his shots, not doing too much on the offense, just playing within the flow. And it led to him closing up the game, which I don't mind because he had it going, even if he was missing in that fourth quarter. So Yeah, I think Klay from just here on out, like, should really just like embrace that role. Like, it's just not something to be ashamed of. You need guys off the bench to be able to contribute, and that's what championships are built off of, right? You've seen Sean Livingston come in and produce for us. You've seen guys like Mo Buckets come in. You've seen like guys like Andre Iguodala come in and produce for us to help win titles. You can be that guy in terms of production as well, especially in a role where you'll play with some of these guys off the bench who are really good for you as well. And if Chris Paul comes back, he's going to look for you and he's going to help you get your shots. Or actually, no, I lied. Dario Saric comes off the bench too, so you're gonna have to fight for the basketball from them too. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's gonna be good for you. But I don't know what you guys think of like Klay Thompson's like reduced role and how it looks.
Yeah, for me, I said it's coming in. I felt like Klay Thompson was a variance player coming in. Coming into the season, I didn't expect B-Pods to be able to be this good or even get the opportunity to play the ball that he's been able to. I'll also see now that Andrew Wiggins is playing a more consistent stretch of basketball. I think defensively, Wiggins has also looked better. So to me, like Klay Thompson having a more limited role makes sense because realistically, moving forward from this season, because I do believe this team is going to be able to sign him to a contract extension to be on this team. Him fitting into a more limited role as he ages is the next phase of his career. Even last year, they spoke about like wanting him to transition from guarding point guards to, bigger bodies because that's what he could be more equipped to do longer term than just trying to guard every quick guard. Because, at some point, once you turn 30, it's just hard to guard a 21 or 22-year-old point guard that can just slice and dice you up in so many ways. So I think that Klay Thompson's role coming down is good. I just feel like Kerr needs to do a better job of assessing how the game is going through the first half and picking and choosing the spots for, okay, we can go with Klay there. It's not easy to do, but
it's he's allergic to that. Don't ask him. But yeah, Denver, I want to hear your thoughts about not Steve Kerr, Justin, but
not Steve Kerr.
Yeah, Klay Thompson and his reduced role and what he actually Shams reported something that's pretty interesting as well too. I'll get in after, but I want to hear your thoughts as well.
But yeah, I feel like I kind of came around to it after you were kind of explaining it during the Jazz game because I was like, I mean, he's doing the same thing or he's getting the same looks that he always gets. But to your point, you were saying that like if he's not making or if he's not having those shots go down, then it would be easier if he has less of a role or has less minutes in the rotation rather than playing 30 minutes every game, like just trying to get him going and he just can't. So I feel like it is better that way than on nights like the Jazz game when he has it going, then it's great when he's getting minutes with the second unit.
And like I realized something too, Denver. Like
there have been a lot of times where we've had like lineups on the floor that have no like shot creation, at all. Yeah. I mean, we had B-Pods, but
he's been doing a little more recently.
He has.
Yeah. But, I'm not gonna lie, chat on a more that's a bit random. I will stay the course right now. To Denver's point, I agree with what you're saying about the Klay and his reduced role. I just think, you can still make shots, but you're not the same shot maker as you once were. You're not the same defender as you once were. So why would I give you the responsibility of someone who you aren't who you used to be? You feel me? Like, this is like, I'm not going to give you the same workload if you can't do it on a night in, night out basis.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's fine. Like, we need guys to be able to score off the bench. You can provide that. Now, do I think that there's still some things you need to work on, whether you start or come off the bench? For sure. Like, I'm not going to lie.
I definitely feel like because of his Golden State resume, he got a way longer leash than Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, Andrew Wiggins got benched literally the day after Draymond,
I remember.
Yeah.
Like it happened a while ago,
and he was on the trading block too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Wiggins was being like, I remember I was fighting for Alligator, and I was fighting for my life defending Wiggins. saying that we should actually give him a little bit of chance because
Yeah.
we was looking at Klay also stinking it up because of his tenure and his resume. People weren't looking at it as much. But I'm just like, bro, like Wiggins is younger and he still has the ability to still make strides and be back to where he was, which he's doing now, right? So it's like it would have been fair to also give him that same leash. But I was like of the belief as well, like if you can get something in return that would actually help immediately, then why not? But that was including anyone, like not just only Wiggins.
Yeah, Klay got that extra leeway because we were like, oh, he always does this. He's fine.
Well, like it's that to me, but it's also the fact that like to start the season, the shooting numbers for Andrew Wiggins was drastically at a low. Plus the defense was looking shaky. Then Klay had like a smaller stretch where it's like, oh shit, that's the January Klay we know. And then that kind of phased out. And then Wiggins was also still phased out, so it's like
Klay was
got to
playing.
change.
Klay was playing better defense on like slower players. So that was like one of the things that was kind of keeping him there. But
but that's the thing that if we just like, that's another thing that I don't understand. Like just about like not just with you guys, but like the fan base in general, is if we know Klay goes on a month stretch every year for the past like 4 seasons where he plays out of body experience basketball. Why do we can appreciate it, but why do we sit here and act like that's him when it's just not him? You feel me? Like even like pre-injury, he would have stretches where he would average like 28 for like 10 like 9 or 11 games. And I'll be like, yeah, the Klay is scorching right now. I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is Klay who Klay Thompson is. It's just not like that's just not his body, you feel me? Especially after an injury. So like giving him the leeway because of like his tenure is fine, but I just felt like it was so much like for Wiggins, like, and him trying to like get back to where he needs to be, especially with the defensive responsibilities that he already has. People don't understand. He is our best defender, like perimeter wise on the team. And he's asked every night to guard who, oh no. On the starting lineup, sorry. Actually, no, in the starting lineup. I still think a healthy GP2 is better. I'm not gonna lie. A healthy GP2 is better, but in the starting lineup, he's the best perimeter defender in the starting five.
Yeah. He's guarding like Paul George, James Harden.
He's De'Aaron Fox. Like you're asked to guard
Anthony Edwards.
So many different players with so many different play styles every night. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, your defense is shaky, but it's not completely terrible. And on top of that, what makes your defense look even worse is that when you get beat, which will happen, you have no backline help. So it just looks worse on you.
Yeah, there's literally no backline. You have Dario at the 5.
You have to stop him from the perimeter to the rim and be in front of him the entire time for 4 quarters. That is extremely hard to do for anyone.
That's not realistic.
No.
It's not. And it goes back to what? Adjustments. But it's not about Steve today.
Right? I think the other thing with Klay that I'll point out that I actually thought of last night too is like even if Klay is playing 24 minutes or 23 minutes, Klay is going to get the shots up regardless of what the minutes are. So it's like finding that variance with second units that might be less equipped to defend you more than starters is going to also really be able to benefit him. My only thing is if we can do this for Andrew Wiggins and Klay, the next player at some point is going to have to be Looney. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to see Looney's minutes get trimmed to at least get Trace 8 minutes a game. I don't even think we ask for like a whole lot, just for him to not be a consistent night in and night out DNP.
You're asking for too little, gang. I'm not gonna lie. DNP Kevon Looney until there's a matchup that benefits him.
I hear that, but like we know for a fact that'll never happen.
I'll be honest with you, I don't even know what matchup benefits it. It benefits him, to be honest with you, because like the finishing is inconsistent. I hate seeing this nigga just.
Oh yeah, bro! Those pump fakes are crazy.
I need actual plate finishing, bro, and you don't provide that. Your rebounding isn't the same.
It is literally scripted pump fakes from Kevon Looney. Yeah,
and then on top of that,
it's so crazy, bro. He's 27.
He's 27 years old,
and he looks like he's 40. I don't even know how that's possible,
bro. I'm not gonna lie, chat. It's just like it's crazy to me. It's just insane because. He's 27 years old. You're slow. You can't finish. And all you can do is just set a good screen, which is a good thing. And then defensively, you can't guard it on the perimeter anymore. You're not rebounding the ball defensively anymore. And you can't even shot. You can't jump over an iPhone 14, bro. Just a regular iPhone.
Nah, that's crazy.
Like, bro, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? And I love Loon. I was defending Loon all last season. But I got to call a spade, bro. The guy is trash. He's garbage. He's just not someone you go to go play at the 5 position. And even what makes it even worse is that he sees Loon doesn't working and goes to Dario Saric. Then
And I love Dario, but my God, you're not a 5, bro.
it's not even that. Then that's not even as bad.
Goes to Guy Santos.
Then goes to Guy Santos before even going to Trace.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you go to Juan Toscano Anderson the second before you go to Trace? No,
legitimately playing Draymond at the 5 for the entire season now, pretty much since Draymond came back.
Let's enjoy some good times.
This man is Prime Looney right here. Yeah.
Here, service.
Like, Looney was playing some good basketball in this series, bro. And even against the Lakers for some stretches, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bro, give me that rebound, second chance points.
Never forget what Looney did versus the Mavericks in the conference finals 2 years ago.
Yeah, bro. That's when he was skinnier.
This is true.
Nah, I never forget that game 7, bro. Crazy game.
Looney had like 23 rebounds in his game or some shit like that. It was crazy.
Nah, he was hooping, bro.
21.
Oh, my bad, 21.
10 offensive rebounds.
Look at him.
Look at this board. Like, that is such a crazy board for you to get.
That's the rebounding leader last season, by the way.
Yep.
The Domantas Sabonis?
Yes.
Yep.
He out-rebounded Sabonis pretty much in the entire series.
2 people are boxing him out. He almost gets it, but it was close. That's how he's fighting. Good pass, Poole. Damn, I missed that nigga.
Look at that. Just board after board after board.
He doesn't exist anymore, sadly.
This player's not with us anymore, along with Jordan Poole. Like, it just like
man hit it to the backboard to make sure you get rebounded again.
Could you imagine 2022 Poole in this series? Jeez, man, bro. He would actually average 30 with Steph. I'm not gonna lie. Brother be cooking.
Look at this. Yeah.
Like this is the type of player he used to be, where he used to just hound on the glass. Crazy offensive, like crazy second chance point generator, bro. Crazy. Mm-hmm. And I remember in the beginning of the season, he wasn't as bad, and the backs of our offense were actually off of his rebounding, because I remember we still are relatively one of the better second chance points and rebounding teams in the league. I think still, I have to double check, but we still are one of the better teams at that. Just generating second chance points and stuff.
Yeah,
but like I said, when Kevon Looney's not doing that, it's another Klay issue where you bring one thing that's really good. You're a specialist. And when you're not doing what you're doing at a special level, there's no use of you. It's just more versatility just needed, and he just doesn't have that anymore. For now, at least this season. I don't know. I don't want to write him off completely, but at least
I just feel like moving forward into after the All-Star break is over.
I just say you just leave him
and
out.
Like, listen, I hear that, but I'm saying we got to realistically start somewhere. We know that's not happening. I know you want it to happen. We know it's not going to happen. My point is, while the Draymond Green 5 lineups have been good, Trace needs to first go to, I'm not a DNP night tonight. I have a consistent 5-8 minute stretch every single game. It's not DNPs every night.
Yeah,
how do we get there?
5 to 8 is I understand that. I just still think that's too low. Like,
it is too low. It is too low, but you got to start somewhere.
Nah, 20. What is this?
No way you're going back this far, bro.
We can't go back this far.
We can't go back this far. We can't go back this far.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Bro, look at this nigga guarding CP on switches. Contest. Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? All right, let's stop reminiscing, dog.
Yes, we do. We have hella pivots with this upcoming 2-game stretch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Kevon Looney, bro, if you're trying to get the starting position back, bro, lose some weight, man. Lose some weight, respectfully.
What the hell happened?
Bro, he used to be so skinny. Look at this.
That's a different level of skinny, bro. He used to be compact.
Anyways, I don't want to. This series is so long ago. I can't even. It's not even gonna validate. Like, oh, look what we have. Actually, no, it can, because this thing. How old was he?
20.
He's only 27, so you can replicate some of this, right? Oh, I remember this. Yeah. I remember when Nene like elbowed 4 people to get to an offensive rebound, and no one called anything.
Bro, how many Looney highlights do we have? We gotta get to some new stuff, yo.
Yeah, we actually have a lot more to discuss right now. We're still talking about this week's past.
Oh yeah, we haven't even talked about.
We haven't talked about anything All-Star Weekend.
No.
So yeah, Chad, to just recap, bro. TJD, like, at the end of the day, just needs to get more minutes. And
agree.
5 to 8 minutes is cool, but I need more. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If you actually want to make some substantial change and be a lot more useful and have better lineups, TJD has to be involved more. TJD with Draymond works. TJD with Dario works. TJD with Kaminga works. This spacing is only 3-point shooting.
TJD works.
TJD works because
Yeah.
he's a vertical spacer. Steve Kerr, vertical spacing is a thing. It's not only 3-point shooting. Okay, 3-point shooting isn't spacing. There's also vertical spacing. That's why Rudy Gobert gets the run he gets, not just because of his defensive capabilities, but because of the fact that he's a vertical spacer. You have one, play him, please. Like, respectfully, I'm not like it. Just It's just getting out of pocket now, bro.
Yeah.
But
so we got to see what that looks like. Officially, before we get into the game previews for the second half of the season, we do want to recap some of All-Star Saturday. I want to lead with obviously the main event. We have Steph versus Sabrina. That felt like the biggest highlight of All-Star Weekend. I thought
it carried for sure.
Yeah,
I agree.
I thought that it was going to be a lot nastier on the timeline, regardless of who won before. But thankfully, we saw Kenny Smith provide one of the worst commentary to where everyone, Lakers fans, Warriors fans, whoever you were, all banded together against Kenny the Jet Smith. Because my God, man, for the fact that Sabrina comes in, shoots from the NBA three-point line, and no one in the regular three-point contest outscores Sabrina, and then for Steph to have to basically get to the final rack to outscore Sabrina, for Kenny to be saying she should have shot from the WNBA line. It's like, bro, what are we doing? Great event, though. I want to get your thoughts on it.
No, she volunteered to be shooting from that line. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really. And on top of that,
she should have shot from the WNBA line. That wasn't fair.
That wasn't fair. Is exactly what he said.
She asked to shoot from that line and also proceeded to tie the points for the actual 3-point contest.
Literally tied them.
Literally, the high score was 26. She got 26. Steph got 29, the highest of just the night. And clearly I'm not going to lie, she outshot like a lot of these guys who were participating in the contest.
Yeah.
Respectfully. And she is clearly comfortable shooting out there. And it's a foot behind the 3-point.
She was going crazy.
She doesn't, like, she doesn't warm up. She doesn't warm up from the WNBA line. Like,
no.
Yo, guys, I don't know Denver's point, because I'm not an avid WNBA watcher. I'm not gonna lie, but Denver told me that I know their season is not at the same time as the NBA season, but he told me like their season ends in like it's been like 6 months since they played or something like that. How long has it been?
Pretty much. She played like a longer time ago. I remember watching the finals pretty early.
I think.
Yeah,
like she's not even in season form. Steph was, and she lost by 3 points. So like you could imagine what she could have done.
Like I had it.
In form.
I had a tweet where I was like, Steph literally hadn't won until the second to last shot that he hit, and he's talking like she had 4 points.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense.
Well, like the only sense that I made from it is if you paid attention to Kenny and Steph and Dame and all that stuff, Kenny's been going versus Steph for quite some time now. If you remember when KD got hurt, he picked Portland to beat the Warriors in the conference finals that year. And I remember at one point he was, saying, who's the best shooter in Golden State? Who's the, like that.
When Klay and Steph.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. So like this has been a thing, but for you to be like, so like anti-Steph in this degree to say it's not fair that she didn't shoot from three.
I don't think you can shoot as deep as him.
Yeah.
You'll have to see it when you get back.
And proceeds to drop 60. You know what?
Proceeds to drop 60. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Chad. It's just when you've done what Steph has done in terms of shooting the basketball, there's legitimately virtually, and I do mean virtually, nothing that he hasn't done as a shooter in the NBA. Like when it comes to 3-point marksmanship, everything that you can imagine in terms of record-breaking percentage-wise, he's done it at an elite 1-of-1 level. So when I'm hearing niggas like actually trying to make arguments, it just doesn't make sense to me, because his percentages are higher. He shoots more, makes more, and does it in a variety amount of ways. And I'm not talking about like Sabrina and Steph aside. I'm just talking about Steph right now. So when guys like Kenny the Jet Smith with his inverted knees go on nationally televised All-Star weekends and just say those stupid things, it just doesn't make any sense to me. because you're watching this, and I'll be honest, you're not gonna see. Like, I'm watching Steph, and even when he won and he beat Sabrina, I'm like, bro, we're just not gonna see this caliber of shooter for a while. Like, I just don't think so. From a shot making, from the 3-point side perspective, like, you're just not going to see this. Like, you've seen replications of it. You've seen what it looked like for 15 games from a player, but you're not seeing this from a player for a 10-year stretch.
Like, it's actually insane when you think
crazy.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
2016 is like always gonna be the gold standard for shooting a basketball.
Always.
He right now has more threes made than at this point during that season. And he's about to turn 36 next month.
He had a 60-point game this season at 36.
Like, the chat, like, scoring aside, I don't want to bring up him as a scorer because I don't know how already good he is. I'm just talking about his 3-point shooting ability, bro.
Yeah.
You're not going to see this for a long time. Like, the same way you're not going to see a player of LeBron James for a while, like what he bring. The same way you're not going to see like a KD level of player where he's a 7-footer, the agility, the nimbleness, the handle, being able to breathe for himself at that size. Just some things you're just not going to see. And Steph's shooting ability, you're just not going to see at that consistency and clip for just a while, bro.
Yeah.
There could be a possibility of someone coming into the league and replicating what he does in the NBA. And shout out to Sabrina as well, because she's an elite shooter in her own right. But bro, like this I don't know if it's like just for like we're doing it just to like help promote the WNBA. But when I'm hearing even Shaq go on and be like, this is for the title of who's the greatest 3-point shooter of all time, I'm just like, bro, you can't go on national TV, say this is your favorite player of all time, gas him and call him top 5, and then just throw this nigga's entire like career of work,
everything out,
goes down to one 3-point contest. Like, bro, come on, like, what are we doing, bro? It's just like, it's nasty work. And even there was people like Lowe, who I'm going to mention, who called my phone and was saying stuff like, you know what the discourse is going to be if Steph loses, right?
And he 100% would have called you had Steph lost, by the way.
If he lost, he would have called me, even FaceTime me, and actual like, and seen me and showed me the chat and be like, oh, hey, KB, what's up? Like, how you feeling? Like, on some troll thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I won't harp on Lowe because I think Lowe's obviously joking. He doesn't really like actually care. But it's just like, it's pretty funny to me how people were like, even for the Steph fans who were hella insecure gifted. You remember?
Yeah.
Like, people who were literally like, they were like putting so much into this, bro. Like, as if like, if he loses, it's over for him. I'm just like, bro,
it's a career legacy moment if he doesn't win or whatever.
I don't know if y'all know this. Steph lost to Joe Harris in a 3-point contest.
That did happen.
I'll be honest with you, a worse shooter than Sabrina. Like, it just, like, rightfully so. Objectively, I think Sabrina's a better shooter than Joe Harris.
Yeah.
And he lost to him. So what does that mean? Steph lost to Klay Thompson. Like, I just
so it's for context. So last 10 games before All-Star, Steph was averaging 31 points, shooting 48% from 3, taking 14
attempts.
14.
Well, 13 and a half, but rounded up.
Yeah, fair. So
48% on 13 and a half. Yep.
Wait, so what is he, like 6 point what?
6.5 of 6.5.
6.5 out of 13.5.
Yeah.
Chat, bro. I'm telling y'all right now, you're not seeing this level of shooting anymore. This is higher clips than what he did in 16 at his peak. He shot, I think, 45% on 12 attempts. He's shooting 14, shooting 48%. Mind you, completely smaller sample size, but
yeah.
But I mean,
insane.
The sample size
on the
insane.
year,
8 for 13, 4 for 9, 10 for 23, 4 for 11, 1 for 4, 11 for 16, 9 for 16, 7 for 16, 9 for 19.
Hold on. I think on the year he's shooting 42% from 3. Yeah. And this is crazy because he was having a slump.
Yeah, he was at like 39% to start the season.
He was at 39% from 3 He was at 39% from 3, yeah. He's literally shooting 42% from 3 on 12 attempts, bro.
Yeah.
This is crazy. You're just not seeing this level of shot making. Again, I'll be honest with you. I don't think you're just seeing that from a 3-point perspective, bro. No matter how many times we look at it, you're just not seeing.
It's going to be hard to find someone that is a specialist at a skill, but clears absolutely everyone else at the skill to the degree that we're seeing with Steph. I feel like that's gonna be something hard to see. Like, bro, the fact that Steph had his own event outside of the 3-point contest in itself should show you how potent of a shooter he is. That they literally had a championship built up for the event. That's kind of ridiculous.
It was so prominent.
UFC walkouts.
Yeah, UFC walkouts.
We watched them warm up, which we never do.
Then they interviewed them after Sabrina's first round. He didn't even get to go shoot automatically. They interviewed them. Like, damn, Steph, she went crazy. You think you can match that energy, Steph? Like, wow.
That's it's pretty insane, bro. Like I was saying, man, shout out to Sabrina, elite shooter, coming in the off season, not really in season form. Being able to put up 26 points in time, literally
got right to it
is crazy. But shout out Steph though. His shot making, man, is crazy. I could talk about it for like dead ass hours, bro. It's insane. Like, it's so good to the point where he doesn't even I don't see him miss 2 in a row that often. Like, 2 quality, like, even when he's practicing, I don't think it's a thing for him to miss 2 in a row. And if you even watch the All-Star game, he didn't miss 2 in a row from what I remember.
Nah.
He didn't miss 2 in a row. And as soon as he caught rhythm, it was GG, bro.
My bad. I saw this. It's on the topic of All-Star Weekend, so I'll link it in here.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was Scotty Barnes, bro. I knew
you was laughing at Scotty Barnes, man.
I knew you was laughing at Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes is unusual? Question mark.
Wait.
I'm not gonna lie, unusual is so nice.
Wait. I need to share this with the chat. 1 second, bro.
It's Steffortless.
Yeah, yo, Elon, I'm not gonna lie. Stop popping up my DMs, like, bro. Damn. I'm not trying to show my messages on stream, bro. Like, I don't know why it just pops up immediately. Just leave it down. If I want to go to it, I'll go to it. That's crazy. Scotty, getting a text from your mom like that is crazy.
Who probably doesn't even watch basketball, but did she sing? Oh, his name is Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is unusual because he's doing things. Honestly, I don't think we need to spend a huge chunk of time. All-Star Weekend was pretty mid. The dunk contest was bad.
Jalen can't. Oh my god! I still can't believe he brought out Kai Cenat with a chair. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's gonna have him stand on the chair. It's like
then put the Michael Jackson glove on.
I thought he was gonna stand on it as well.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna stand on it too. Because, chat, for those of you who don't know, Kai's like 5'5".
Yeah, he literally 5'5".
He made him sit down.
On IG Live.
Hold on, Chad. I have to pull up the clip because it's a pretty egregious.
Oh no, this picture is insane.
Nah, I have the video from last night as well. I have it. Don't worry. It's right here. Yep, I have it right here, bro. I'm about to share it right now. Because this was insane, bro.
Judging, oh my goodness.
And then the worst part is, okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let me restart this, bro.
And then he dabbed after.
He proceeds to dab after the dunk has been made. Like, I have never seen Kai's in a
what's the purpose of Kai? Like, bro, you could have had Jason Tatum sit down in the chair, and that might have been more entertaining than Kai Cenat sitting down in the chair. There was no purpose for that at all whatsoever.
They just need to abolish the dunk contest. I just feel like
I've been saying that for years.
They need to replace it with something else.
Yeah, because I think it's gotten to the point that we've seen
ran out of stuff to do.
Yeah, we don't. There's nothing left to actually do.
I think one of the last innovative dunks I've ever seen was from Mac last night when he
where he caught the ball, left it, and then caught it back to dunk it.
He tapped it, left it, then picked it back up and dunked it.
To Mac McClung's point, to his own right, I think he did really well. But just even I wasn't really that thoroughly impressed. I think the dunks are impressive. Don't get me wrong, but I'm seeing the same dunks for the past 6 years. So it's and I've seen all sorts of athletes with a leaping ability being able to do that. Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine. We've seen guys be able to complete some of those dunks already. So I'm just thinking this is played out. We need to add something new. And speaking of adding something new, my suggestion, chat, right? My suggestion was to add the 1v1 competition, bro. Now, I think the 1v1 competition would be really fun because you're just watching some of your favorite players. being able to like play in a 1v1 setting, you know, a little lighthearted. I don't think people should take it really too serious. I don't think the players will either. But people clearly aren't taking the dunk contest serious anyway. So why would I want to watch something that I've already seen before and not be taken serious as well? I might as well watch something that I haven't seen before, but it's still not really taken as serious. 1v1,
Yeah,
three dribbles, make it a tournament, first to three. This dunk contest shit, like I said, is played out. It's stale. Like respectfully.
To that point, the dunk contest was feeling like this for a while
For a while now, bro.
until 2016 happened, and then like it kind of I guess re-sparked interest in it, and then it went right back to what it was because everything's already been done.
Yeah. Like
Or
it's just
almost
a level of
everything.
creativity kind of thing. And I think this will just help you going forward as well. Like one, I think the All-Star Saturday night should actually be a little longer. I feel like the events go by too fast. I don't know
Like 20. I think the reason why 2016 was so special is because Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon did dunks that I don't think anybody can do. Like
Yeah, it's
I don't think anybody
very
can
limited.
Yeah, I think he
replicate
did it between the legs from the free
any of the dunks that they were doing.
What did he do it between the legs from the free throw line?
Yeah, he did windmill from the free throw line, then between the legs free throw line. Zach LaVine or Aaron Gordon had the
moving joint where like he was holding the ball like this and he grabbed it off and then spun.
Yeah, where he like grabbed it down here while spinning.
Yeah.
And then dunked it. Of course, what was probably the greatest dunk of all time, where he jumped, literally sat in midair.
I just feel like we've seen a lot of these dunks already. The creativity is dying. The judges are hot garbage pretty much every single year, and it's just not appealing. Like I've been saying this for years. The 3-point contest, in a lot of ways, has replaced the hype of what the dunk contest used to be. So just find something different to occupy All-Star Weekend. So that's kind of cool. But I mean, last night was kind of mid. We saw a lot of things that weren't that engaging. The Steph and Sabrina thing was dope. I wonder if we're going to see something like that in the future with maybe Caitlin Clark. Next year's in San Francisco, so I'm pretty sure Steph and Claire are going to do the All-Star game there, most likely.
And probably Caitlin, because don't the Warriors have a WNBA team now?
They do, but I don't know if Caitlin's going to get drafted there, but they do.
She will be a Warrior, respectfully.
I mean,
she will be a Warrior.
I mean, even then, I mean, they had Sabrina, so I mean,
yeah.
Well, actually, she.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
She challenged, but
I think my guy Ash tweeted it out. Steph, Sabrina,
Dame,
Caitlin would be fire.
I said the same thing.
Or like Steph, Klay versus Caitlin and Sabrina.
Yeah.
You know, it's the theme of Golden State.
See, bro, like this was like we was warming up, chat. You feel me? Oh my god.
This was the first round.
These are first round dunks. How do we go from this to Jalen Green NFT dunk?
And I feel like it was because it was like
this.
Our expectations weren't that high for someone like Aaron Gordon, because like not everybody knew that he could jump like that.
From the free throw line, just does a tomahawk, bro. Bro flew. Oh my god.
Nah, this one was crazy.
All first try, by the way.
Yeah, they actually made their dunks.
Oh damn, he did it while he was dunking. He didn't do it after.
While he was dunking.
Yeah, I remember when he copied him and still got a 50.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Andre Drummond.
Oh, when he sat in the air?
Nah, when he sat in the air, yeah.
Oh my god!
No disrespect to Zach LaVine, but Aaron Gordon should have won this dunk contest.
Nah.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty confident that nobody else can do that.
Yeah, no, that is
like when Kenny hit that's the last time.
I just don't know, man. I just don't know.
Best All-Star weekend of all time, by the way. Just want to tell it. Oh my god. Is this how we were dressing 8 years ago? Jeez.
it went many rounds. It went many rounds because they were just killing the game. OD.
Just kept getting 50s. He got hold on this dunk.
Nah, he got hold.
They didn't realize what he did.
That's insane.
Look at the apex. Look, he brings it down.
Did this to a less degree and got a higher score, I think.
And then he went between the legs, almost free throw. Yeah.
So chat, there's just like you can see like how it used to be at its apex versus how it is now, and it's just not something.
Yeah, we're not getting that back anymore.
Like it's just not something that's feasible, and it's fine because you ran out of dunks, you ran out of dunkers, and the dunkers that you even want to see are not going to be in it anyways. So you might as well just implement a 1v1.
Pivot.
Force these little niggas to play against each other, bro. Like
LeBron said he was going to do the. LeBron said he was going to do it in 2010.
Yeah, that was
bro. Nigga bullshit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, add a 1v1, 3 dribbles. Let's get like you don't even have to add like crazy stars, bro. Like you know how much I'd love to see a nigga like Jordan Poole just 1v1 someone. I'm
trying to see Dinwiddie versus Jeremy Sohan, bro. I need that.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't.
Draymond Green versus Rudy Gobert.
Oh, that'd be hard.
Like chat, it would be funny as hell to watch some of that, and it's just new, it's fresh, and then on top of that, some other years you can add the dunk contest back to maybe like because we didn't see it for a while.
Yeah,
you just slide it back in there, and like now people are more excited. So it's like you gotta be on like the go with some of these things. It's not like the same traditional stuff is gonna be there always, but this is just getting out of hand now in terms of staleness. Because like I said, I think the Saturday night, the 3-point contest is by far the best event.
Yep.
The dunk contest has become the worst, and I think even the skills competition is a little bit more entertaining at times. And on top of that, they need to add more events. I feel like it's too short in my opinion. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the All-Star Saturday night should be ran a little bit longer, in my opinion. But yeah, those are just my thoughts, guys. What do you guys think about the 1v1 contest? How do you think it would go?
I feel like the execution is going to be poor. I know a lot of people want it, but I truly do not trust the execution of it to be worth of anything. I feel like a lot of these players are saying, "Oh, we need to add 1v1. We need to," but I really doubt how many of these players are going to show out. How many stars will legitimately do this and not be too cool for school? I feel like the culture of All-Star Weekend year after year after year has really made star players not want to do it if it's not the 3-point contest. And I really don't know what it will look like, but I feel like you have to at least see what it could be. You know, like really test them. Like, okay, y'all are saying do 1v1. Let's try it out and see what it becomes and see what it can turn into from there. Outside of that, I don't know, man. Like, I just want to see where things go from here. Again, All-Star Weekend is just a cool weekend. It's not like a crazy thing that needs to have like 20 to 30 minutes of talk. It's the same thing every single year. And we just, I guess, kind of live through it, to be honest. That's how I look at it at the very least.
Like you got Aaron Gordon leaping over Shaq.
He jumped over Taco and lost.
Oh yeah, and she jumped
because of Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
I just realized he jumped over Chance 3 times, but every dunk was.
And crazy. You have niggas like Jaylen Brown jumping over Kai.
Yeah, let's move on. Can we move on, please? Please. I'm tired.
Gift is mad as hell.
I'm tired of talking about the dunk contest. We made it very, very far.
Oh yeah, when Jaylen Brown dunked, they didn't show the dunk.
They didn't even show the dunk. They panned.
They were so focused on the digital court that he forgot to pan to the actual dunk, bro. It was crazy.
Hey, they panned away from it, bro. That was wild.
Yeah, but moving on though, Chad, like I said, All-Star Saturday night, I think there's still potential. I think just adding best 1v1 matchups, I think you should just do guard, center, forward. I think that should just be the format. And then, I don't know, I guess the final would be pretty cool seeing like a forward versus a center, like, I don't know, KD, I guess going up against Embiid or something. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I think like a 1v1 guard tournament and then a forwards tournament and then like a center tournament would just kind of like make it fun. And I think that format with like 3 dribbles, a first to 3, or maybe first to 2 or first to score, who cares? I think that format would just be really cool going forward. And like I said, it just something fresh. And then you can implement the dunk contest like, I don't know, 2-3 years after where people are like, I kind of miss it. And then you bring it back with actual people who want to play because there's more anticipation that's built for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but moving on though, because Gifted does hate talking about dunks for some reason.
I do.
Well, I think we should talk about you know what's crazy? We didn't talk about. I don't think we talked about and touched on Klay's rumor to be touching free agency in the summertime because Shams reported on it too. That days after him saying that he will like a reduced role and he doesn't mind it, that he goes out of his way. I don't want to say him, but his camp, I guess, goes out of his way to say that he will be testing free agency and that teams like the Lakers, the Heat, the Magic are teams that are interested in suitors for Klay Thompson as well. So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna be so real. This shit don't matter, bro. We're in
like,
season.
realistically,
No.
he's not leaving.
Do you think it's going to be a situation where the Warriors know what the Lakers are going to bid for and they're going to try to like, nah, we're giving him this instead? Because I don't want a situation where a team wants to overpay him and we end up overpaying him because we want to keep him. Like, I just don't want that.
Yeah.
I really don't want that.
Listen, I just think that there's not really much to speak on here because we don't know exactly what the exact numbers are going to look like or be. We just know that Klay Thompson does not deserve to get overpaid on this team moving forward. And I just take everything that I'm hearing as a grain of salt. We really have to see it to believe it type of situation. So to me, it's like, okay, cool. I've seen so much happen with this stuff, even dating back to Steph, who was like, I love him to go to State, but I might leave. He didn't go nowhere, bro. Neither did Draymond. So to me, I kind of feel the same way. Just have to see exactly where that goes on. But we still got a lot of other things we got to get to. So we do kind of get there, y'all. Like, we still haven't really previewed the All-Star game for tonight or the upcoming stretch for the Warriors after All-Star break. Where would you guys like to start?
You really want to preview this All-Star game, huh?
I mean, I think we only got like 2 games. I think we only got like 2 games.
Did we only have 2 games this week?
We have Lakers and Hornets.
Yeah, so why are you the Hornets? Why are we rushing?
We don't even play until Thursday.
Yeah, games begin Thursday.
Talk about previewing the All-Star game. Bro,
I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody's gonna make some shots.
Okay, question. Who do you guys think is going to be the All-Star MVP?
Tyrese.
Fairs.
I'm trying to think about players that are actually going to be out there to close the game for All-Star MVP. I'm gonna go with Paul George, man.
Yeah, so Gifted clearly just doesn't want to be a part of this conversation. Paul George, 2024. It's crazy.
Indiana, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'm going with 30. I think 30's going to come in, even though he's not starting. I think Tyrese Halliburton's the clear, obvious pick. But if I want someone to win, I want 30 to win. I think he might just come in and might be one of those nights again where, like, hopefully I'm not jinxing him, where he just comes in, makes like 2 threes, crowd starts to go crazy, and niggas start giving him the ball to shoot. He just start shooting threes. That'd be pretty dope to see. Yeah, but I think realistically Hallie might win it because he's just like, the star kid, young player, franchise player. It's in Indiana. Like that would be pretty cool. But moving forward though, onto the games of the week, since Gifted wanted to get here so bad. I don't know why he wanted to talk about the Hornets so much, but we have 2 games this week, the Lakers and the Hornets. Is it in Charlotte?
No, both games are at home actually. So it's LA and Charlotte for Thursday and Friday, and then literally on Sunday we play Denver at 7, all at home.
Yeah, so we 3-game stretch. One game being on a Sunday, interesting. And I think that the Laker game is going to be pretty interesting via what happened last time. Because
that was crazy.
Was it double or triple? I think it was a double OT.
It was double OT.
OT game, 145 to 144. Steph and LeBron going at it. Steph potential game winner. Then
LeBron free throws.
I think the Warriors just want their get back.
4-guard lineup.
Yep.
I just think the Warriors want their get back. You feel me? And I think the Warriors are going to come out of All-Star break a little bit. The fact that it's the Lakers the first game, I wish we got the Hornets first because kind of ease into it. Unserious team, But the Lakers could potentially come out a little unserious too, being that we are at home. But I'm not gonna lie, this has to be a game where like we stomp on these niggas' necks 1 through 4.
Consistently through
see,
1 through 4. Yeah.
Like 1 through 4.
Yeah, our first 10 games after All Star is pretty mixed, I would say.
Yeah, we got
Lakers,
LA,
Charlotte,
Charlotte, Denver,
Denver.
Washington, New York, Toronto, Boston, Bucks, Bulls. Then it's San Antonio back to back.
San Antonio twice back to back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And both in San Antonio?
Well, no,
One at home,
yeah.
one at home, one in San Antonio, then we go to Dallas.
Yep.
Okay. And we played Dallas 3 times. I completely forgot about that too. So it's not too bad. I think the schedule is pretty balanced. Like you have a mixture of like good, solid, and then I'm curious to see what that Toronto game is going to look like because they throw the kitchen at the Warriors, bro. I'm not going to lie. That Toronto game is not going to be fun for me.
February 27th.
Yeah.
I'm
At Washington.
Oh, Jordan Poole revenge game.
Jordan Poole.
Christ.
Jordan
I would say for
1
me,
7.
the number one player I'm looking at post All-Star break for me is Kuminga. I don't want to see this thing where like he had this great stretch and then post All-Star break it calms down. I want to see them utilize him in a lot better ways and continue to empower him in this offense. I don't want to see a situation like last year where Kuminga's having a pretty great stretch mid-season, and then once you get into the playoffs, his time gets super duper limited or even down the stretch.
Yo, could you imagine, Steve? God forbid.
Oh, that would actually
Jonathan
be
Kuminga just has the season that he has, and it says, "Yo, Moses Moody, you're up." That would be.
That's what he did last year.
No. But like this year would be even more egregious.
It would be even more egregious, yeah.
Like
true.
even more.
Yeah.
So please don't do that, Steve. But for the games this week, to go back to it, the Lakers, I predict that we go 2-0. I think that we play the Lakers. Actually, I predict 3-0. I think we beat Denver too. I think that we beat the Lakers. We come back. We play serious basketball because we know where we are and we know where we need to be. I think that game is going to be very important. I think the Hornets game is the game where we come out a little unserious, but then we rally back and we close that one out in a close one. I think the Lakers game will be relatively close, but the Warriors will like kind of like close the door kind of thing. And I think the Denver game, I'm not gonna lie, that's in Golden State, right?
Yeah.
We're waxing them.
Waxing.
All right.
Waxing is
now. You know why I'm saying we're waxing them is because of what happened in January. And there's a certain someone on the TL that I remember going, he was up 18 in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes left. What did he do? Choke. Jokic, best player in the world. Stop playing with him, man. I remember this video. I remember it vividly. And I remember getting clowned that much. And I hope and I pray that he is there to watch this game, bro. Because I want these niggas walking them down 1 through 4, bro. I want them locked the fuck in. I want them locked in for that game, and I want them locked in for March 3rd.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking?
I'm gonna be so for real. I'm probably going 2-1. And my biggest reasoning for going 2-1, which arguably you could argue really 1-2, is because Chris Paul minutes are going to have to be worked in, and I have no idea what this team is going to do.
For the next 2 weeks, though, right?
Is it?
Yeah. So I don't think we have to worry about him coming back in rotation anytime soon.
Okay, so he's not playing during this.
No, I don't think so.
0-3. That's funny. So yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 though for me.
Watch these last 3 seconds in the chair with the rest of his Denver. They ain't even looking up at the game. The game is live.
My co-hosts are both cooked right here, man. Absolutely cooked. Both of them. Oh God, I remember this game, man.
KB literally had no reaction.
Yeah,
bro, you niggas don't. I think like for the last 2 minutes of this game, I was literally just doing this, like literally, like I couldn't.
Yeah,
because I'm watching like, I don't know. The Nuggets are gonna fuck you. Okay, come on, bro. Yeah, I'm saying 3-0. Call me delusional. I don't care. I think the Warriors have something to prove, especially against both of these teams, because
I agree.
You had 2 really bad losses against both of them, bro. Like one of them being very close and the other one being an absolute meltdown. So you got to come back and actually have some like a little bit of self-respect, respectfully. And with the run you've been on and how well you've been playing, hopefully that can just carry over after the All-Star break and just help elevate you guys. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't think we can. This DDFX nigga, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Nigga wakes up every day to just hate.
Why you say his name in the recording?
No, I'm sorry. I just seen it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm like trying to focus and just talk about hoops, and bro is just hating. I'm not gonna lie, but my bad. Yeah, I predict 3-0. Yeah, respectfully 3-0, man. Why are you showing this?
I just, I hope we realize like how well this game was going.
Oh, it was going very well for us, actually. And he was,
Don't get
that's
mad.
great. You know what's crazy? Pause it real quick. I remember during this game, I always bring it up randomly when they showed like this is before they even started battling. They had the double box.
Oh yeah,
Of Klay and Jamal, and I'm like, why? This is so random. And then they proceed to like go at it for like the 4 possessions. I was like, all right, man.
Yep.
oh yeah. It was the infamous play where he draws 4th foul on Jamal Murray and gets subbed for the rest of the game.
Gets subbed for the rest of the game. Yep. Trace actually played minutes versus Denver.
I remember this.
I think Steph wasn't as loud as he's been lately either. So this is going to be like a different version of Steph that Denver's playing as well when that game pops up.
Yeah, but when usually Steph sees Denver, he sees KCP and just loses all aggression. I hope it's not like.
Yeah, he does.
I hope that doesn't happen this game. And all the game, it's funny because most of the games have been primarily closed, and the Warriors just stop executing, and then they like, you know what I'm saying?
Even how we lose every game this season. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like we was hooping, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I think, especially the way they lost that game, they just have to come in and wax these niggas, bro. It's not a matter of like who can we guard, who can we stop. Like you just gotta execute on both.
They lost that game because of stupidity.
Yeah, bad turnovers and all that.
If you have some level of backbone, like the Hornets should be like No. The Hornets is a win. The Hornets is a win. I don't care. I'm locking it in. The Hornets is a win. The Hornets has to be a win. Has to be a win.
Miles Bridges is gonna drop.
50. Has to be a win, bro.
And they drop a record.
But the Nuggets, bro. Like I said, defending champs. It's a team that's very hard to beat.
Bridges dropping 50. I don't know how he's still playing basketball. That's a conversation for a different day. But
you said what?
Miles Bridges.
Oh yeah, I forgot about his. You know what?
Yeah. So overall, we were able to cover pretty much everything from All-Star Weekend and all that. By the next time you see us for the next podcast, we will have played against the Lakers and the Charlotte Hornets. This upcoming stretch for the Warriors for the second half is going to be very important if they want to have success and potentially make the playoffs and maybe go on some type of crazy run. I doubt it, but just making it into the playoffs, that's what matters. The second half of the season is coming through. Trace minutes and all that. As we've noted, we want to see a lot more of these things. Gentlemen, any closing remarks for the Gold-Blooded podcast up to next week?
Nah, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Share the pod with your friends as well. I'm looking at you. Share it. I know you don't be sharing and liking, bro. Share it. Do it, bro. Just go ahead and do it. I'd be much appreciated, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all rocking with us. You feel me? 4th episode of the week. We'll catch y'all next week, Sunday, to talk about the Lakers and the Hornets. The Denver Nuggets, we don't play until actually that day. So
yeah,
we'll catch y'all then. Denver, any final words before we wrap this thing up, man?
Not really. I was looking at Miles Bridges' game log, and he's actually been hooping.
Yes,
this season.
He really has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has been hooping. So you know what's crazy? I just don't know what he's good at offensively, but he's been scoring. So. Yeah, we'll see him real soon. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, chat, like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Share this with your friends. Turn on the post notifications to be notified when we next upload. I've been KB. He's been Gifted. He's been Denver, and we'll catch y'all later. And